This right here is one of the most eye-opening research papers I've ever read, and I really wanted to tell you about it. The aim of this study was to understand the link between dietary sucrose intake and diabetes, sucrose being the most commonly consumed form of sugar. They analyzed an epidemiological study, which is simply just a study in which we ask people what they've done in the past. And in the study, there was actually an inverse associating regarding the incidence of diabetes with self-reported sucrose intake, meaning that the people who reported the highest intake of sucrose actually had the lowest incidence of diabetes, whereas the people who reported the lowest intake of sucrose had the highest risk of diabetes. With that being said, they did a further analysis that is extremely eye-opening. They looked at urinary sucrose measurements. They analyzed urinary sucrose, and the more sucrose you ingest, the higher your urinary sucrose levels will be. And when they analyzed urinary sucrose, there was a positive association between diabetes and urinary sucrose, meaning the more sucrose that you ate, the higher your risk of diabetes. So this doesn't make much sense. Why did the people who said that they ate the highest amount of fructose had the lowest incidence of diabetes, but the people who actually ate the highest amount of sucrose also had the highest incidence of diabetes? This is because the first analysis was just a self-report. And as unfortunate as it is, people who suffer with diabetes oftentimes underreport the amount of sucrose and other sugary beverages and foods that they intake. And this is likely due to feeling shame for the possibility that this dietary sucrose caused the diabetes. Whereas people who were lean and ate a lot of sucrose were more likely to report that they ate a lot of sucrose because it demonstrates that they're able to eat sugar without developing diabetes. The reason this is so eye-opening is because it demonstrates that when looking at self-reports, there is a very high likelihood that these self-reports will be inaccurate, because individuals don't want to feel ashamed that it's possible that one of their lifestyle behaviors caused their disease. And trust me, I completely understand that, but it does demonstrate that when we see correlation in a study, especially if it's a self-report study, we can't be 100% confident that this correlation means that one variable caused the other. And if you want to learn how to take control of your health and energy, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.